Yeah, there's a reason why people have roadies and everything.
Yeah, right.
I just walk out and sit, right? Because even my joke when I was playing with the other bands have been tearing down, I would always say, like, I should have just played their harmonica.
Right.
I just, like, put it in, I'm out, It's just like, this is crazy. It's so much work.
Well, funny that you say that. I actually play blues harmonica. I don't know if I play it well. I'll send you the links. I've released 2 10-song solo blues harmonica records. But you realize it's just me playing the harmonica, so one song.
Oh, you gotta give me that.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll send
My
you the
barber
links.
is a huge blues fan.
Wait, who?
My barber Gene is a huge blues
If
fan.
you ever want to, like, you play drums and I'll play. I tried to do a blues band with my friend Bev a couple of years ago, or like 10, 15 years ago, called The Dead Men. And and we wrote some songs, we put out a demo, and he moved away, and it's
you got to share that.
Yeah.
That's
well,
fantastic.
I'll yeah. Very low expectations. Very low expectations.
Do you remember? You know what just popped in my head of it? Do you remember? I remember going to your house, and we were walking up, and the first time I heard This Side Up practicing next door to you.
Yeah.
And they were playing She Sells Sanctuary.
Yep.
And it blew my mind.
I remember you saying, "Is that them or is that the record?"
Yes, because they were so good.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way that, and was it Ian was the drummer, right? Was it Ian?
Ian the drummer, Tony on guitar, Rick Joyce on bass, Jeff Henneford singing.
There you go.
And I remember seeing them doing a band, and that's what made me say that. Like,
and I just want to like sit there and watch. They open the garage, and you're like, "Dude, let's go." I'm like, I just want to watch this.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude, do you remember the party you had at your house when This Side Up played?
Yeah. Well, that's in the movie 85, 86, and that tipped off
that party. Oh my gosh,
that whole year. Well, it also, I should have been smarter about throwing a party. It wasn't smart. Like, looking back now, it wasn't smart to do that to my mom when my dad wasn't home. Because my mom, God bless her, very, very nice, but she just wasn't, she wasn't firm enough to keep a handle on it. And we had all these people coming in, and there were no refreshments. There was nothing. It literally was. Because I remember talking to you the day of, and you were like, "So what are you going to have to eat?" And I remember thinking, "Oh, wow, I got to have something to eat." He's right. And but oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I remember people running around your house.
Yep.
And I remember because Albert always had impeccable timing.
Yep.
Your mom comes home, turns the corner, looks up the stairs, and I remember because I was standing there looking down, and all she sees is Albert's brown ass because he was hanging a BA down the stairs when she turns the corner. Oh, and I just remember her scream, and Albert's like, "Oh my God."
That's, I think, when she took me into the bathroom in 85, 86 and said, "These people have to leave." And that one decision changed everything from the year. It caused a lot of problems. Looking back now, I'm really thankful because it made for some great stories. But yeah, no, I remember. I think you guys all spent the night. I think you guys.
We did.
Yeah, and then we would. Later that year is when we got into punk, and then that's when we would get into the liquor. And we would mix vodka and Mandarin Orange. It may have been Crush, or it was one of the orange
Sunkist type of, yeah.
Sunkist, and we would pit in the living room to the Repo Man soundtrack.
Yeah. Oh my God, Repo Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got me into that movie. I used to love that movie.
Well, I don't know if because they played it the Family Fork, and we didn't see it, but we got the soundtrack, and then because the soundtrack is what kick-started the movie again.
Yeah.
Because the movie came out, didn't do anything, then the soundtrack started doing well in stores, and people in stores started calling Universal going, "Hey, is there a movie to go with this soundtrack?" Then the VHS exploded. That's when we saw it.
We saw it.
This
oh
led
my
to Suburbia
goodness.
and everything else.
Suburbia, and mimicking that stuff, right, with Suburbia. Oh, that's when Robert came into the picture.
Yep,
Robert Menards, right?
Who is featured prominently.
Yeah.
Who I would love to find.
I wonder where
I've looked him up on Facebook. Like Robert Minharez comes up, but I've never been sure if it's the same guy. I probably should just reach out and say, is this? But the crazy, I'm kicking myself because Robert had a cousin named Jason. Jason went to Los.
Okay.
I ran into Jason when I was a sophomore, and I said, hey, you're Jason, you're Robert's cousin. He said, yeah. I said, dude. And then Robert gave Jason his number to give to me. Now, remember when I told you about coming to school that one day when you weren't there?
Yeah.
And me feeling nobody wanted to hang out with me, so I went and kind of just went on my own. Again, all in my head. Jason gave me that number. And you gotta realize this is now, I'm a sophomore, so I'm removed from that time period. Right. I should know that I can make better decisions. I don't. So Jason gives me that number. And I'm scared to call Robert because I'm afraid if I call him, I'm going to start, doing bad in school, all in my mind.
Wow.
So I never called him. And I regret that because he's someone like, I would like to have the conversation with him that I've had with you because.
Wouldn't that be fascinating, right? You imagine like seeing.
Well, it would be fast. To me, my dream was. And I mean, this can always still happen, would be to get you, John, Albert, Robert, Fergus, everybody in a room. We all watch 85, 86 and we commentate over it. We just talk.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Like just something like that. Like I'm saying, but like we have a meal around it and stuff like that. Like it would like.
I think it's doable. I remember, I gotta get back on, because I remember connecting. This is, I don't even know why I lost interest in Facebook, because I remember I did connect with Fergus on Facebook. A lot of people, actually.
Yeah, I connected with him, Locke, Darren Roach. Even though I didn't hang out with him, Darren was still a big part of it. He
was a big friend of Alex's. He was never a close friend of mine. He was a big friend of Alex's.
That's the thing. It was weird because it was always like him, Brad, Gerry Rapeza.
Oh my God. Wow, these names.
It was
Brad
always,
Drudy, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Holy cow.
Who I kind of like, it was always weird. Like, all of us should have hung out in a bigger group, but we didn't. And I just always was like, wow, I never knew what.
It was it was an interesting, but I noticed there was a big split.
It always happens at middle school.
Yeah, it happens in middle school. And I know, but even in elementary school, not all of them, but a lot of them they weren't in Mr. Lamb's class. They were in...
it really mattered what class you were in.
Yeah.
And then think about it, it probably got even more splintered at Fitz.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you're then in
But then, I remember, the stuff I was into, like Troy was in our class, but Troy would hang out with, Ryan and John Paul and Sean Thornton, Chris Hoberg, all those guys. But they were really into Devo and stuff. They didn't like it. And then, you end up becoming dude, years later, I actually, through Albert, became really good friends with Sean. And I actually ended up playing on Sean's softball team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he worked at Silky Sullivan's. He was a bartender, and they had a softball team, and he asked me to play, and we reconnected. It was this is God, where's it? We used to play in some shitty beer league over at Golden West College, and then we played at Mile Square, and we were awful, right? We were all super young. We were just playing for fun because we'd get free beer.
How old?
Early 20s.